Change is inevitable, a recurring business event. It's often said that many business executives like change much more than the business itself. Of course, it's necessary for organisations to respond to market and industry change and get better through new systems and processes, but important to realise that successful change only happens if people change too. The technical and process elements of change are much more straightforward than the people and behavioural elements of change. People are complicated, and their reactions to change can be hard to manage. It's easy to see, therefore, why business leaders might drive a process and neglect people concerns, hoping that the teams will come around to the idea. Consider the Kubler-Ross change curve that shows the range of responses to change. Shock, denial and depression might seem extreme descriptors, but changing work practices that have been established over time can be a real challenge. This is particularly the case if people associate those work practices with previous success or see new systems as an obstacle to maintaining their efficiency. Leading people through change requires steadfast leadership, and the Kubler-Ross model provides an excellent structure. People move through the curve at their own pace, so start by talking to each member of your team to understand where they are on the curve. Comments like, "It won't work," "We won't see a good return for at least another year," "This will affect my sales," suggest someone is working through shock, denial and frustration. Here, communication is key. Communicate information honestly and with straight talk. Listen to your people. Let them vent. Don't react, don't agree, and don't be tempted to jump in with a solution. Talk one-to-one. Avoid discussing too much in a group situation where people egg each other on and perceived issues escalate. Present the benefits of change to them. Accept this can be a stressful and unpleasant time. If you hear comments like, "I'm trying, but it's taking so long," "There are so many glitches in the system that need sorting, this wasn't properly thought through," and "This is causing issues within the team," this suggests that someone is moving through frustration to experimentation. So, continue to listen and talk. Uncover individuals' real concerns, acknowledge them, and aim to understand. Encourage them not to blame others. Challenge them if they become critical of themselves. Identify questions as a sign that people are beginning to move on. Remain patient, and remember that not everyone moves through change at the same pace. As the questions continue and someone starts to offer ideas and improvement solutions, you'll know that they're experimenting and on their way to integration. Keep support constant and offer direction and guidance. Explain clearly what's expected. Answer all questions. Try things out together. Find out what works and what doesn't. Ask for and listen to your team's feedback and implement their ideas. Recognise and reinforce new practice that works well. Praise new behaviours and celebrate success. Consider also the personality and working styles of each member of your team. These too have an impact on how someone reacts and responds to change. For example, for someone who likes to work at pace and be in control of decisions that affect them, do they feel that change is being imposed upon them as a done deal without consultation? Is necessary change happening fast enough? If so, ask them for feedback and implementation ideas. You'll gain their buy-in and support. For someone who prefers to take their time and is very thorough in their working approach, do they have all the information they need to accept the change? Have the risks been clearly evaluated? If so, give them full information and time. For someone who loves change and the variety and challenge it brings, Does their keenness for change mean they've skipped the attention to detail and understanding that change involves? Does the detail feel onerous? If so, share their enthusiasm and present the headlines of what needs to be done. For someone who invests a high level of emotional commitment to their job, do they feel disregarded because of the change? Has the impact on employees been fully considered? If so, discuss the importance of employees to the organisation's future and give reassurance on the long-term benefits to them. You're likely to face a range of reactions within your team, and early adopters will emerge, as well as resistors. Early adopters move more quickly through the change curve and can work with you to embed the change and get other team members on board. This is invaluable support for you, and it's important to remember that when leading your team through change, you'll probably be working your own way through the change curve too.